Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome to Books for Tea. Today I want to do something like a 5-star prediction video, but a little something different. So you guys have probably seen 5-star prediction videos around on BookTube. They've been a really big thing lately, and I thought I would change that idea a little bit and tell you what books I think might end up being my 2018 favorites. So besides being a 5-star prediction, this video is also kind of my 2018 TBR, because those are all books that I really want to read this year and that I think I will really love. I'm also already really excited to go through this list again at the end of the year and see if any of my predictions have come true and if actually any of these books do make it to my favorites list. The first book that I have is Hero at the Fall by Alvin Hamilton. This is the third and final book in the Rebel of the Sands trilogy, and that's just one of my favorite trilogies of all time. So I can't wait to read the final book, even though I'm gonna be so sad when I completely finished that series and there's not gonna be new books anymore. But I'm so excited to read this. I'm pretty sure it's gonna get 5 out of 5 stars because I just love the whole series so much. I'm super excited. I will hopefully read it very soon. And also that cover is probably my favorite book cover of all time because it's so stunning. Next on my list is The Power by Naomi Alderman. This has been compared to The Handmaid's Tale, which I think also tells you that I'm gonna love it because The Handmaid's Tale was one of my favorite books of last year. But all in all, I think that this is about women who suddenly find out that they have the power to control electricity, and then basically the whole power dynamics between men and women start to shift. I've literally read like 2 pages, which was just like an introduction thing, and I already have the feeling that it's gonna be one of my favorite books because the whole concept sounds so unique and so cool, and I honestly can't wait to read this. I think I'm absolutely gonna love it. The next book I have here is Blue Lily, Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater, and this is supposed to represent the entire Raven cycle because I've read the first 2 books last year, I think at the beginning of the year, and I like them a lot, but I haven't ever continued, and this year I want to make it a priority and read the entire Raven cycle again. So I will start again with the Raven Boys and then read all of the 4 books, and because I really love the first 2 books, especially the Raven Boys, I think this is gonna end up being one of my favorites this year. The next book I have is one that I've already owned for way too long and haven't read it yet, and that is Not Your Sidekick by C.B. Lee. Now, I'm so excited to read this. I'm pretty sure I got it last year for my birthday, so it's been over half a year, and I need to pick this up so badly because this is about queer superheroes and it sounds so good. I'm pretty sure that this has own voices, bisexual representation, and that the whole superhero dynamics are supposed to be super cool, and I'm pretty sure it also features transgender characters, and yeah, I'm so excited to read this. I've heard nothing but great things and I honestly can't wait to read it. I hope that it's gonna be a 5-star read. Next on, we have one that I've owned for so long and I've been so excited to read it ever since I got it, and I cannot believe that it's taken me so long and I still haven't read it. So it's one of my main books to read in 2018. It's like on top of my priority list, and that is Queens of Geek by Jen Wilde. Now, this has to do with a convention and with, I think, 3 friends going to that convention, and I think there's a female love story because one of the girls is also bisexual, and I'm also sure that it's own voices. So we actually have 2 couples in here, 2 love stories, and it also has anxiety rap, which I've heard was really good as well. And yeah, the cover is so gorgeous, like the pink hair on the cover. I'm so excited to read this. It's honestly ridiculous that I haven't picked it up. The next book I have here is History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. I read More Happy Than Not by Adam Silvera a while ago and I really liked it. It was only 4 stars, so not quite a 5-star book, but I have super high hopes for his other books. I have History Is All You Left Me, and then I also have They Will Die at the End on audiobook, so I might actually read them both this year, and I think that at least one of them is probably gonna be a 5-star read. I don't know, I just love Adam Silvera as a person on Twitter and everything, and I've heard such good things about his books, and I'm sure they're gonna make me cry, and I'm so excited to read this, and I hopefully think that's gonna be a new favorite. The next book I really want to read is Love, Hate and Other Filters by Samira Ahmed. This is about a Muslim girl who, I think after a terrorist attack, there is a suspect that has the same name as this girl, and she has to deal with all of the Islamophobia that comes with that. And I am so excited to read this. I love this cover so much, and I think it's also about her deciding whether to do what her family wants her to do or whether she should follow her heart and go explore, go to college somewhere else, even though it might be dangerous with all of the Islamophobia happening. And I think it's gonna be a really, really good book, and I honestly can't wait to read it. The next book on my list is another one I'm so excited for, and that is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. I've heard amazing things about this. So this is about a person of color, an African American guy who is really good at school and actually a really good kid, but then he gets arrested by a white cop for a little while, and a little later a friend of his also ends up in a shooting with a white cop. And I know that this has to deal with Martin Luther King, and he kind of writes letters to Martin Luther King and kind of thinks what he would do in his situation. And I'm so excited to read this book. It sounds so good. It's incredibly short, so I'm hoping to read it really soon, within a day or something. And honestly, the synopsis sounds so good. I think I'm really gonna love it. My next book is another one I honestly can't wait to read, and that is Wild Beauty by Anna-Marie McLemore. Oh my god, I'm so excited to read this. The whole cover has me intrigued. This is almost a cover buy. It also has gotten only good reviews. This actually is a magical realism book that features kind of a family of only queer Latina woman, I think, and the author is also a Latina woman who is bisexual, so we have more own voices representation, and I am so excited to read this. I've heard that the writing is magical, that the whole atmosphere is so good, and I haven't really read magical realism, but I'm super excited to try this one out. And I don't know, I just have a feeling that I'm absolutely gonna love it. So let's hope that my gut is right with this one. And then the final book that I have here is Crest by Marissa Meyer. Much like with the Raisin Cycle, I have started the Lunar Chronicles a long while ago. I think I've honestly started reading them in 2016, and I really liked Cinder. I rated 5 stars, I think, and then I read Scarlet and I also really liked it, though it was more of a 4-star book. And then I never continued, which is stupid, but honestly these books are just so big that they are intimidating me. But I read Cinder in a day, so they're honestly really easy to get through, and this one once again represents the entire series, which I want to read this year, and I'm hoping that it's gonna be one of my favorites. And that is it for this video. Those were my 2018 favorite book predictions. Please let me know what you think of this, if you think that this was a cool idea, and if you want to do it yourself, feel free to do it. I would honestly be super excited if any of you were to do it as well. And yeah, let me know if you're excited to see if I'm gonna like any of them and if they're really gonna be my favorites, because I'm super excited to find out. And let me know if you've already read any of them and if you like them, and am I hyping them up too much in my head? I don't know. I'm super excited to read them all. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will hopefully see you again in another video very, very soon. So, goodbye! You fooled me twice with your lies, and I say, Sarah smiles like Sarah doesn't care. She lives in a world so